September 1944, the waves lapped gently on the shore. The sun was bright, the wind was calm. On Mariana's island Guam, a storm brewed in the west. In rhythm, swaying to and fro, rocked gently by the tide that flowed, the YMS 260 lay at anchor there in Apra Bay. The crew laid back at rest. The orders came for our ship to escort a tugboat to Palu. What ordinarily would have been 3 days round trip took nearly 10. The first 2 days were calm. The second day, Palu in sight, with course reversed, we faced the night. A night fraught with dread and alarm, a night that brought a fearful storm. We headed back for Guam. The sky displayed an ominous glow. The howling winds began to blow. The clouds obscured the stars and moon. An angry tropical typhoon would rage for 7 days. The wind and tornadic force denied the helmsman steady course. Full rudder left, full rudder right. We fought the sea both day and night in search of Apra Bay. The sea, so placid yesterday, had changed, and now its wrath displayed, as though some ogre standing by controlled the mood of sea and sky. The elements were strong. Involuntarily the bell began to ring, as though a spell of evil had been sent our way, there to remain for 7 days. The night was dark and long. The ship responded to the force, first rolling starboard, then to port. The ship's roll was, to a degree, that dipped the wherry in the sea. Each roll was thought the last. The wherry from the davit swung as clappers swing when bells are rung. The signal halyard stretched to lee. The ensign, blowing violently, was tattered by the blast. Gray clouds by day obscured sunlight. No stars were at night. Dead reckoning, our sole resort to fix positions on the chart. The sextant useless then. With barometric pressure low, the anemometer would show wind current strong enough to force the vessel from its chosen course. We drifted with the wind. The watercolor changed from blue to gray and seemed determined to subject the vessel to a test by waves with deep troughs and high crests attacking viciously. By night that seemed to have no morn, and day the ship defied the storm. Now on the crest of giant waves, now in deep troughs like watery graves, she struggled valiantly. Mechanics Wraith and McFarland, with Phillips, Sawyer, and Britton, 4 on, 4 off, kept engines warm that slowly pushed us through the storm. No land was yet in sight. There at the helm was Bob Dudley, along with Monaghan's and me. Each took his turn. We tried to steer a course toward Guam for 7 days and nights. The 7th day the storm was gone. The wind had laid, the sea was calm. The weary crew, deprived of sleep by vigil kept throughout the week, now visible and strained. Now from a more reliable source the quartermaster fixed the course. A course that in less than a day would take us back to Apra Bay, at last at rest again. The ancient mariner believed the myths and legends of the sea, that supernatural powers control the waves and cause the wind to blow and cause the storm to cease. Greek mythology proclaimed that rulers of the vast domain cast evil spells on those who vex His Majesty Neptunus Rex, who dwells beneath the sea. Some thought because the albatross that on the vessel refuge sought was killed, and thus the ancient myth incurred the wrath of one who sits astride the roll. Let those of lesser faith believe that sprites and ogres rule the sea, but there are those who understand that He who made the sea and land is still in full control.